Shalom, shalom, Israel. First and foremost, I want to give all honor, glory, and praises unto Yahawah, Ba'ashem YAHAWASHI, Ba'ashem YEGERKIEJEJKkvukefhiuvgyjgukerihu, Yahawah being the name of the Heavenly Father, whom the world ignorantly calls God, YAHAWASHI being the name of His Son, whom the world ignorantly calls Jesus Christ. Double honors to the elders and apostles of the great millstone, and shalom to my AHPARYAM, YAHAWAH, who are diligently waiting to be delivered from this final captivity. This is Brother Kawakab coming at you with another lesson. 2 Corinthians chapter 2 verse 11, lest Satan should get an advantage of us, for we are not ignorant of his devices. Now, today's lesson is going to be a very big thing. Something that I notice in more recent times, and it's something that Esau has done, many different times. And the first is with the Israelites, making the Israelites seem like a bunch of devils, but it's also with the whole 9/11 thing and the Kung flu, the China virus, that, and just basically in general, like anyone that goes against what's it called, Esau, they are not even just goes against them, but just if they set their sights on a then they're going to make them out to seem like the bad guys. Now, the inspiration to do this lesson actually came from a movie that I had recently seen, which is this movie called Starship Troopers. Now the thing is, I was watching a brother's video, a lesson, and he had mentioned that this was a good movie to watch if you want to see something about soldiers and whatnot, and I couldn't agree more. This is a very good example, but a majority of this movie is really about the main Edomite or Edomites in question. It's not necessarily the best movie, but I will say, if you definitely watch it, and if you know what to look for, if you pay attention to it like I did for the most part, you will see the Satan's devices in kind of manipulating the masses of people in the movie particularly. All right, and the thing is, one of the biggest things that actually made me come to this realization was because when I was trying, I need to watch what I'm saying, Slakia. But basically, when I was finding out more information on the movie, all right, because I think this movie is on Netflix or a whole bunch of stuff. Yeah, it's on Netflix. When I was trying to find out more information, I searched it in on YouTube to see what's it about and whatnot, and then one particular video came up and said, and the title of the video was, were the bugs actually, the bad guys, or were they actually the villains of the series, or was it, the humans? And that obviously put perspective into my mind when I was entering into watching this movie. That made me think, okay, so hold on now. That might make a lot of sense. Let me. Nowhere in the movie is it explicitly stated or explicitly. Well, actually, yes, there was only one time where it was suggested that, literally out through this whole, I think, 2-hour movie or whatever, it is only stated once. Maybe the bugs are innocent. Maybe the bugs are protecting themselves. Maybe the bugs are not the bad guys and whatnot. And then when they said that in the movie, when someone said that in the movie, the main character quickly dismissed that and said no, we're just gonna kill them all, this, that, and third, blah blah. All right, so basically it goes to show that we really need to be aware of this type of I guess manipulation, manipulating the narrative, all right, from Esau, that leads people to believe certain things. All right, we see that with the whole I'll primarily say with the easiest and most recent example would be outside of Israel is the not more specifically Chinese people, not Chinese people, but all Asians in general. Okay, because they were demonized because they were saying, because I think Donald Trump basically started a whole hate campaign for, you know, Asian people, all right, by saying, oh, the thing originated from China, this, that, and the third, Kung Flu, blah, blah, and, you know, they're the cause of this, so you need to hate them and whatnot, and then it caused a whole bunch of people to, you know, want to go them, all right? When it's really, like, honestly, like, if you really, like, think about it, like, that's really a stupid, a really dumb thing to do, and it really just goes to show the lack of intelligence that, you know, Babylonians have, which also ties into this movie as well, because the people, majority of the people, most of the people, all throughout the movie, you saw that they just hated the bugs, literally just because they were told to. Like, outside of that, there's no real reason to, you know, well, there was some stuff that happened, like, there were some, I guess, nukes or whatever that were sent to Earth that blew up some parts of the Earth and whatnot. You know, like, the real question is who started the conflict, and who's the one to first throw the first punch, which the movie never, and I mean it literally never tells the viewer who started it, okay? Which, you know, that once again, you know, goes to show with the whole thing. Like, honestly, with the recent wars that are in the most recent years, like past 50 years, that America, or I guess Esau, has been in a war. Who's the aggressor? Who's the initial aggressor? Who's the one that was causing the conflict in the first place? All right. So as a result of that, you know, this is a lot of people, they don't really know that. You really have to go and dig deep to actually find that. Okay, because there's no real. Obviously, Esau's never gonna say outright or explicitly, oh, we started a fight by doing this, blah blah blah, like, because he's gonna make himself look bad. So obviously he's gonna lie, and you know, that's a funny thing about it as well, Slakia. That's the funny thing about it as well. Esau really makes things like this, like starts this movie, and tells us stuff in your face, and does his best to dismiss ideas of rebellion against him, trying to make you his slave or whatever, his willing slave. All right, which it works on so many people. All right, it really does. Like, people, they don't care about the stuff. They just follow orders, which is what they want in a soldier. That's what a good soldier does. A good soldier doesn't think. A good soldier just follows orders. His soldiers, all right, his men. And, you know, when you have, it's like, that was another time on Twitter. There's on this one Twitter post that a brother did a lesson of, where this one guy, he basically quit the military. He said that he absolutely hated it. He was talking a whole bunch of shit, and, you know, there were people that were praising him, saying thank you for telling us this, blah blah blah. But there's also a big majority of people are saying, how dare you, you're a disgrace, you're not a real veteran, you're not a real soldier, blah blah, this and that and third and whatnot. All right, like that, you have these people, some people that are genuinely like starstruck, or what's the word, blinded by their loyalty. They have blind loyalty for Esau, when sometimes just it's good to actually take a step back and look at what are you doing forwarding. All right, so slacky about, you know, this long exposition, but I really need to get that out, because, you know, we can't, even with this truth, what we're supposed to do, we're supposed to be, you know, making sure that all the stuff that we do is verified. All right, you know, we're supposed to, you know, read the scriptures ourselves. We're not supposed to just, you know, take someone's word for it. Okay, salvation is a personal thing, Work out thy own salvation with fear and trembling, roughly paraphrasing. All right, and you're not going to get saved by being someone's lackey. Okay, you're going to be saved by going in and doing the work yourself. All right, now Proverbs chapter 6 verse 14, frowardness is in his heart, he deviseth mischief continually, he soweth discord. Therefore shall his calamity come suddenly, suddenly shall he be broken without remedy. Let's start with these two verses first. Okay, Esau's always going to cause mischief, always going to want there to be discord. All right, in addition to that, the fact that he's doing to be calamity, and the calamity is going to come in the form of all hell breaking loose, and just as a amalgamation of everything is just going to be YAHAWASHI's return. All right, where YAHAWASHI is going to set things right, set the record straight, set the world right. All right, and take out Esau from power and put the Israelites in power. All right, verse 16, these 16 do what the Lord hate. Okay, so the Lord hates something. Let's see what these 6 things are. Yea, 7 are an abomination to him: a proud look, a lying tongue, and hands that shed innocent blood. Now let's look over here. Hands that shed innocent blood. All right. So Esau is known for going into stuff that has nothing to do with him, just to go in and steal someone else's resources, steal someone else's property or whatever, and then to take it off as his own. All right, this is what Esau does, and he's done that in Slakia in in the wars that he's been in. He's started two people fighting, and then he's involved himself in it. Or what's that third one? What's that? Slakia, what the frick is that third one? Slakia. He puts his neck on someone's foot he puts his foot on someone's neck, kind of controlling them, colonize them or whatever, and then when they fight back, then they say, "Oh, how could you guys fight back on us? We just wanted to help you, this, that, and the third, blah blah." Okay, when he's not helping anyone. Like, he's literally taking advantage of their poverty. All right, he's just trying to Esau just wants control. All right, so he sheds that quote unquote innocent blood, because at the end of the day, no one perish being innocent. But that's what for the sake of the this discussion, the people that have nothing to do with him, that don't be a part of his stuff, they just die just because, oh yeah, I feel like going over there, so I want to go and take some stuff because I just want it, literally just because I want it. All right, so that's what he does. All right, now Ecclesiastes chapter 8 verse 11, because sentence against an evil work is not executed speedily, therefore the heart of the sons of men is fully set in them to do evil. So this is another thing, because the Lord Yahweh hasn't judged Esau quickly, all right, or immediately, more specifically immediately, then that's when Esau thinks, okay, well, hey, this is the right thing to do because I'm benefiting off of it, I'm thriving off of it, I'm prospering off of it, so I'm just going to keep on doing it. All right, so because of that, you have a lot of evil people in general, or wicked people, or more specifically Esau in general, who is just like, okay, well, I'm going to keep on doing this because this is the right thing to do, because it has always worked for me. So I'm going to keep on doing it until, I can't anymore. All right. And, Esau has had, all the things he has become as powerful as he has because of it. But at the same time, you have to understand that it's only a matter of time with all the chaos and discord that he has sown until the Lord brings him down. All right. And it takes the Lord, not any one person or whatever to do it. It's Psalm chapter 94 verse 20. Shall the throne of iniquity have fellowship with thee, which frameth mischief by law? That's another thing. Okay, by law, Slack, through his laws, Esau makes mischief. Esau makes problems. Okay, we see this with a lot of the laws that we had to go through with the C9. All right, and what's another thing? I literally just had one in my mind. I forgot it. It was not the C9, but what was it? Slakia. I don't want to waste too much time, but let me just. There's also the charagma. That's going to be an issue. Oh yes, Slakia. Now I remember. So it's the whole draft, the military draft. All right, that's going to be a very big thing. All right, because you're gonna get women. Slakia, you're gonna get women that are with the how society is. Esau wants to make women be, available to be drafted as well. All right, this is going to be another big thing, and a lot of people they don't really like that, and a lot of people don't believe that women specifically, because a lot of people don't believe that men and women are the same. And the sad reality of it is that Esau is still just going to do it anyway. He's going to and the thing is, Lucky, you really have to understand. By the way, they did a scene, like there was a scene about this. There were female troops in it as well, and they basically treated the men and women like the same, which is crazy for a movie that was done before the 2000s. All right, that's crazy. Anyway, they were once again treating men and women like they were they were the same. Basically, they had a shower scene with all the soldiers in it, and it was the men and women all in one shower fucking unit. It was wrong. I thought I was not in support of that. I was very disgusted by that. Like that's it. Just like imagine, imagine like if you had a grown ass daughter or whatever, and she went to the military, and you have her freaking naked in front of a bunch of it's slocky. It's just wrong. I absolutely do not approve of that. That was very difficult for me to see. And in addition to that, you also have Slakia taking that, drawing a parallel from that. You also have that in current society with these whole secular people. All right, so the secular people are also trying to blur the lines on that, and now I'm trying to watch my words, but what can identify as a woman. Like it's very wrong, and this is the perverted nation that we live in, that's trying to do all this crap. Well, let me see. Verse 22, but the Lord is my defense, and my power is the rock of my refuge, and he shall bring upon them their own iniquity, and shall cut them off from in their own wickedness. Yea, the Lord our power shall cut them off. So yes, very soon YAHAWASHI is going to cut them off, and he's going to destroy them very soon. Finally, Isaiah 5 verse 20, woe unto them that call evil good and good evil, that put darkness for light and light for darkness, that put bitter for sweet and sweet for bitter. And we see this, as I had previously stated, how people just dismiss the critical thinking aspect, and saying that, oh, this side was bad, just because thinking, maybe did someone else start this fight? Who started the fight? Who's responsible for this? Who threw the first punch? Who's the aggressor? Who's the actual genuine cause of this? Like, do we actually need to have this fighting going on? All right. And then the people that just justify, that justify blindly without actually thinking, just believing one side, being a respecter of persons just because you know them, but you're not taking all the facts. All right. That's also wicked for someone to do. You can't just be like, oh yeah, I'm gonna believe this person just because they're my sovereign and whatnot. You have to actually have some critical thinking skills to come to the conclusion that this is not right. All right. So with that, I pray this lesson was edifying. I want to give all honor Praises unto Yahawah, Shem Yahawashi, Hashem Rakak Wadash, double honors to the elders and apostles of Great Millstone, Abad Babal and Shalom.